everyone, I'm going to be doing the throwback tag, and I wasn't tagged by anyone, but I saw Tracy B do the tag, and I will leave her channel below and her tag video below, and it looked like a fun tag, so I decided to do it. And she does daily vlogs, but she also throws random videos in, like dinner videos and tag videos and haul videos, so definitely check out her channel. She has such a great sense of humor, and I think you will enjoy her channel. So the first question is, what year were you born? And I was born in 1979. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I'll try to insert them after this question, but I do have pictures when I was younger, and I will, if I don't insert them after now, then I will insert them at the end of the video. What TV shows did you grow up watching? So, like Tracy, I grew up watching Sesame Street, and I loved Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and yeah, Mr. Rogers, and I loved the Neighborhood of Make Believe. Like, that was, I waited the whole show just to see the Neighborhood of Make Believe. I love that show, and I think I loved Rainbow Bright, and I loved Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears, so those. What TV shows did you, okay, number 4 is, what did you want to be when you grow up, and do you still want to be that? So, I remember wanting to be a lawyer, and no, I don't want to be that anymore. Now we have our own business, and our business is the electronic cigarette business, so I like that. If I wasn't doing that, I still wouldn't be a lawyer. I think I would like to be like a psychologist or something like that, or yeah, I think I would like to be something like that. Number 5, show a video of yourself when you were younger. I don't have a video of myself when I was younger. If I did, I would show it. Number 6, what were your favorite toys to play with? Okay, I loved playing dolls. I loved baby dolls, Barbie dolls. I loved playing wrestlers and cars with my boy cousins, and I made them play Barbie dolls with me. And what other toys did I love? I had one of those toy kitchens. I love playing with that, and I would put, like, I would get dirt from outside and water and rice, and I just was really cooking in my kitchen. Number 7 is, what's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? Well, I was a klutz, and I kind of still am. So I remember I was in band, and I had like horrible experiences in band. One time I was waiting for my aunt to come pick me and my grandmother up, because I lived with my grandmother most of my life. My mother passed away when I was 10. So I lived with my grandmother, and she did not drive. She was very old-fashioned, and we were waiting for my aunt to come pick us up, and my aunt is the kind of person, she is always late for everything. So I went in the house, I left my trumpet in the driveway, and I went to go back in the house to call her to say, like, where are you? And then I heard her horn blowing, and she ran over my trumpet. So then another time in band class, we were marching into the gym for like our recital, and we were just going to march like in a circle around the gym and then take our seats. Well, they had like one of those rubbery, you know, where you don't slip, and then there was like a divot in it, kind of like this or whatever, and I tripped over that, fell, my trumpet horn went like belled up, and I can't even explain it. And the two boys in front of me were laughing. It was evidently hilarious to them. I didn't get hurt or anything, but now that I think, now looking back, it is funny. So if that ever happens to you, if you're a klutz and trip and fall in front of the whole school and all of their parents, then when you get older, you will laugh at it. Trust me. I mean, it's not the funniest thing in the world, but now looking back at it, it's not as horrible as I felt like it was then. Let's see if there's anything else embarrassing that I did. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure there were others, but I just can't recall them right now. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't have anything that I wrote when I was in kindergarten. 9 is 3 songs you love to listen to as a child. Okay, so I love John Jett and the Blackhearts. I Hate Myself for Loving You. I used to love that song when I was a child. The Dirty Dancing soundtrack, I love that as a child. Me and my cousins, we would dance to that. And even I used to take like a little cassette player to school with me. I think it was a Play School cassette player. Me and my friends would dance to the Dirty Dancing soundtrack during recess. Number 10, what was one funny thing you dressed up for Halloween when you were younger? I don't know if it was funny, but I was a witch. I was an angel. I was Wonder Woman one year. I don't know if I've ever been anything funny. 11, tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. Okay, I think I did that already, kind of. My embarrassing thing, I think that was funny, probably. Number 13, are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? So I do have a couple. My husband hates this doll. He thinks that it's like evil or something. Anyways, I keep it in the garage in a tote. But this was my doll. This is like the only thing that I have in like physical thing that I have to remember my mother by, because she passed away when I was 10. But she bought me this doll and I had it at her house because I lived with my grandmother and my mother when I was a kid. And then when my mother passed away, of course, I lived with my grandmother. But this was the doll that I had. It is terrifying. It has horrible hair. I had way prettier dolls than this, but I didn't keep any of them. And then this is her dress. And she had like lacy socks and patent leather shoes. But I've lost them when I was a kid. And she just has like the little bloomer things on. Look at her, the back of her head. Oh my God. She had like ponytails with like green ribbons in them. So this is one thing. And I think even I put makeup on her. If you look under her eyes. Wow. And then when I was in Head Start, I won Classroom Queen. So this was in Head Start 1985. So I won this little trophy, and I still have that from, that's the only trophy that I've ever won, ever. So I still have that from my childhood. And that's it. That's all I have from my childhood. Okay. And I think number 13 is, what was something weird you used to do as a child? And I cannot think of something weird that I did when I was a child. I'm pretty sure I did something weird, but I can't remember what. Like, pretty much I was a typical child. I played in the dirt, and I was a tomboy, but I was a girly girl at the same time. I used to get in my grandfather's old cars and pretend that I was driving, and I would put my doll in like the car seat that I used to have like a little car seat for my doll. I had the car seat, the carrier, the crib, the high chair, everything for dolls. And I would put my doll in the car seat and put it in the car, and I would pretend I was driving my grandpa's old cars because he was a mechanic, and he would work on cars and stuff, but those were his cars. I don't know if that was weird. I guess maybe, because I don't think I would let my kid get behind the wheel of a car, because they could, like, you know, run into something maybe. They could use the gear shift and like run into a tree like my little cousin Joanette did when she was a baby. Number 14. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? Okay, so I've gotten bit by a dog not once, not twice, but 3 times. So those were scary. I remember one time it was my friend's dog, and we were kids, like we were 4 or 5 years old, and I lived in the house close to the street, and then behind me she lived in another house. We were kind of like on the corner, but she was like here and I was here, and then there was another street here and another street here. Anyways, the geography is not that important. So I went to her house and knocked on the door. I heard her dog barking. Anyways, me and her, we were outside playing, having fun, and then all of a sudden her dog comes out and starts barking and just jumps to attack and bite me. So what did I do? Pushed my little friend right in front of me and let her dog bite her. That was scary though, that her dog was like gonna attack me, and that was so mean. I don't even know what I was thinking when I was a kid. I just used my poor little friend as a human shield. That was so mean. But I think I was just scared, and I thought that if I pushed her in front of me that the dog would not bite her because it's her dog, you know, and I think that I would still bit her. So that was scary. That was a scary memory. Aside from that, I can't really think of anything. Oh, going back to number 13, something weird that I used to do. I used to pretend when I had a summer party before, and I pretended that I was like a show host, like Oprah or Donna Q, and I had named myself Crystal Q, and I was just acting like I was, you know, Oprah. So that's something weird that I did when I was a child. Okay, number 15 is, how is the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? Okay, so of course there was no technology when I was a child. There was, but I think it was mostly in the workplace where that technology was. So we did not have cell phones. We did not have iPads and tablets and home computers, personal computers, all that. We did have pagers when I was a teenager, and I had one. I had like a teal green one, and I had like the one that had like the 3 buttons. It was Motorola, and I remember my message would be a song, and I would play like the whole song on the message until it ran out. It was annoying to my friends and family, and they told me so. That's about as far as technology that I remember being as a teenager. But we played outside more, of course. We came in when the street lights came on. All those Facebook memes are true. Yeah, what else do we do? I loved playing outside, like in the summertime. From sun up to sundown, I was outside. We played kickball, we played dodgeball, we played baseball. I lived in a neighborhood with like other kids, and I always had someone to play with. We would build forts, we would build playhouses, we would play on my swing set, we would play on their swing set. Being a kid was a lot of fun, but when the streetlights came on, you came home. Let's see. I don't know anything else, any other differences, but that was the throwback tag, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!